you're somebody who's creating content, you might be wrestling with two questions. One, who is my audience? And two, what type of content should I be creating? Today, I'm going to show you a simple hack that lets you take a peek inside of Twitter's algorithm and answer exactly both those questions. Let's get started. All right, the first thing you're going to want to do is set up a Twitter ads account. Don't worry, you're not going to have to spend a cent. That being said, this is the first step that you're going to need to take in order to be able to peek into Twitter's algorithm. Once you've set up an account like I have done here, you're going to go ahead and create a campaign. Now, around this time, you'll be asked to choose your objective. It doesn't really matter. I go ahead and click website clicks, and I go ahead and hit next. At this screen, if you have ad block turned on, you might see an error pop up. This is a good time to disable ad block just for the moment. You can turn it on after you're done with this step. Now, I've already gone ahead and turned off ad block, so everything seems to be loading perfectly for me. Let's go ahead and give this a quick title. Something random. And now let's go ahead and give this ad group a name. Let's say test. Doesn't really matter. Where we really want to go to look or take advantage of our hack is down here where it says targeting features. Now, for follower lookalikes, this is where you can type in your own Twitter handle. So I'm gonna go ahead and put ish Bade. You'll see I come up right here. Now, once I've added myself, you'll notice that Twitter has this button that says recommendations. Now, what this button is going to do is based on the people who follow this account, it's going to generate a bunch of other similar accounts that have similar followings. Now, what this is going to do indirectly is it's going to show you an exact breakdown of all the types of different accounts that follow yours. And this is going to give you a very clear idea of what niche are you actually in. By looking at what kinds of content those accounts are creating, you'll very quickly figure out what it is that your niche is, who your audience is, and what type of content you should be creating. So let's go ahead and take a look at mine. So it's going to take a second, but right here you can see my follower lookalikes. So obviously my company virtually, and then as you look here, a very clear pattern emerges. The vast majority of people who are on this list are people who are on Twitter who write about education, which makes a lot of sense because I also write about education. A secondary theme that I'm seeing is no code. You can see that a lot of these accounts relate to creators who write about no code. And lastly, I see a few startup founders and CEOs. So my niche is really kind of a mixture of online education, no code, as well as startups. Now that's really valuable information for me because what I can do now is I can focus on creating content for this very specific niche. And that can be a very, very powerful tool. So hope you enjoyed this video. The exact same thing that we did here, you're going to be able to do with other types of content. You're going to be able to do it with Facebook, you should be able to do it with YouTube, and hopefully those tutorials will be coming soon. If you like this video, I'll include relevant links in the description. With that, this is Ish, signing off.